gonna let y'all know now. The guy sitting right outside of me with the controller in his hand, the user for the New England Patriots, he's very methodical and he doesn't say a word. And he just ain't gonna say shit. I mean, he might he'll surprise me every now and then, a little something will come out of his mouth, but he don't even like me talking. But whenever I play him, I'm gonna talk my ass off. But he's playing against Houston, and Houston is AI controlled.
Welcome back to Deshaun Watson. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Deshaun Watson and the rest of the Texans are looking forward to a healthier season in 2018. They get a tough test in the opener as they take on the defending AFC champs, the New England Patriots. I'll be back at halftime with a look around the early games. But first, it's up to Foxborough. Here are Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, an early season
Hey, bro, I'm gonna leave you alone.
Early season tilt should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. The Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, Deshaun Watson. This is a sight that NFL fans everywhere are happy to see, his return to the playing field. Their franchise quarterback, the one leading them out. Full health now for season out of Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
Will Fuller is one of the young flyers in the NFL and gets to top speed in just a couple of steps, so everyone has to respect the deep game because he'll blow past people in a hurry. But what that does is leaves open space underneath. He can take the short pass, turn it into a bigger gain because he makes people miss. If he takes care of his hands and doesn't drop a pass or two in a game, he's going to be one of the best receivers in the league.
Here's Watson. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The Texans and Patriots met in the divisional round of the playoffs 2 years ago. The Pats won that one, but they also met in one of the better games of the regular season last year. The Pats won, but it was in pretty dramatic fashion.
His second start in the NFL for the Houston Texans. He went toe-to-toe with the master himself, Tom Brady, didn't he? But in the end, you know how it always turns out, right?
Brady did his thing, found Brandon Cooks for a 36-33 win.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter. And they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And it takes it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. Bringing them out is, of course, one of the most iconic QBs in NFL history, 5-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady.
Normally, I'm not crazy about reciting numbers about a player, but when you talk about a guy named Tom Brady, who's playing at the highest level in his 40s, let's go ahead and do it. 4,500 yards passing, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a 3rd MVP award. These are not numbers you associate with a player playing in the NFL in his 40s.
They'll run it here. This is James White. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. As the offensive starters pop up on your screen, Charles, let me ask you, Chris Hogan, what does he bring to this offense?
A guy that you look at and really don't circle it plan. If there's other guys that you look at, then you realize this guy can do damage. Finds his way open on almost every snap.
Shadow! Wait, set. Wait, 20. Shadow!
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady to Gronkowski for the Patriot 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Incomplete, it's Chris Hogan. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Wait, 20.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it for the first time. That's complete. And he's brought down. Brady to his old reliable element, and the Patriots have a first down.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Motion man, watch 12. Wait, 20, green 80,
A first carry down for Rex Burkhead. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Texans making their way out with some renewed optimism, really, in Houston for 2018. But, Charles, it all revolves around one word. It's something they didn't have in 2017. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a letter H.
And I'm guessing it's not Houston.
No, it's health.
You're exactly right. Great call there, partner, because health is what really doomed their season last year. Remember, they were the #1 defense in the NFL 2 seasons ago. Whitney Merciless, a terrific outside linebacker, hurt very early last year. The face of the franchise, J.J. Watt, hurt very early last year. And who would have thought a rookie quarterback by the name of Deshaun Watson would give them the spark, the optimism they were looking for, and then when he went down, there went the season.
To throw on second is Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On deep left side here. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Breaks through the contact. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats offense coming out, yet another Super Bowl run last year that, of course, came up short against the Eagles. But Charles Gronk is back. Tom Brady back. Do they have any magic left in the tank?
Of course they do. They're the New England Patriots, and until further notice, they run the AFC East. They run the AFC. That's just who they are. But in order for them to win a Super Bowl again, to get back there and take it this time, they need the continued play of Brady, the continued magic, But on defense, not just winning the money downs. They've got to win first and second down so that the money down tilts in their favor.
On second down, here's Brady. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, tussle for it, and this is good. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. This is Gronkowski. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
So, partner, remember the offseason, all the chatter, all the people in the Boston area were wondering, would Brady be back? Would Gronk be back? I think they're breathing pretty easy right now. See that combination is doing just fine.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get the...
Watson, and down he Dante Hightower coming hard that time. He's able to run him down. For a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now Hopkins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Down! Back on down!
Third and long. It's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately.
Now Brady leaves to Burkhead on the draw, and he's going to be right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading him, make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
They go play action here on 1st down. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And here comes the Texans now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Watson looking to throw on second down. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets toward. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Back to the air, Watson on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in week 1. So do not press that skip button. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now Blair Walsh on for a long field goal. He's hit from as far away as 56 in his young career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll head to the sideline and talk what to do next. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And this is target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here comes the Patriot offense back on it. Pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Brady now on first down. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. And he's brought down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup on 16. Brady now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Brady now on first down. Unable to corral him, he fights through. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Brady now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jordan Matthews with his first touchdown in a Patriot uniform. And the Patriots next to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The point after try for Gostkowski. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Now it's Ellington to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And a look now at Lamar Miller. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. They haven't success on the score. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back. To Brandon God.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know, one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Brady going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. This is White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got it over man. It's Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a 1st down.
You know, with the way things are going with Tom Brady finding Gronk as many times as he has in this game, and the team is winning, I think at some point maybe even Brady will do the Gronk dance.
Well, if he does that, Davis, that means you have to do that Gronk dance.
Trust me, partner, no one wants to see me do the Gronk dance.
Your wife?
No, no one.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
On 1st and 10, Brady, Allen Hyde. And they'll bring him down at the yard line.
Partner, great example, tight created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. Caught it. Couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards at last completion, so that sets up 6.
20! 50! 20!
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That catch puts him over 70 yards now as he's got a 1st. They'll try to pound it in with the break tackle, but not much. And after that, as he's brought down, he'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Air taking them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively. And now 3rd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing now incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Watson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Watson on 1st down. Caught. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 50, it's Watson. Looking left, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work hard to defend.
And he's for Miller. Forward here for a good little gain. There to stop in Bentley.
My letter jacket. Oh, no, put that one down. Oh, I think they're ready.
Ellington has it, middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. Yards there in this Mathite continue.
The slot special guys here are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of football we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start checking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The deep front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Oh, this Patriots offensive line, I mean, you just go back to last year. As well as they played that Super Bowl.
Gets around him. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
That was a championship on the line, Buck.
The Texans on 3rd down.
I expect some pride
to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Establish the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Watson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
A few years ago. No. Put that one down. I think they're ready for the moment this time. I think they might be ready for the moment. But really, when we think about this matchup, it really comes down to the battle in the trenches. The Texans front line versus the New England Patriots offensive line. Whoever is able to control the trenches will also be controlling the game. All right, we look at those matchups there. Why don't you start a spec from this Texans defensive line, J.J. Watt back in the mix? Well, the big thing is Romeo Cannell is back at the controls, and he will dial up a couple different ways to get this defense going. When I look at J.J. Watt coming back, I don't know if he'll come back and be the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year good, but I do think he'll come back to be a nice compliment to David Clowney. I think Merciless, those guys up front can dominate the game without having to blitz. And the Texans are good in the back end. This defense, they might be the one team that could have their way with Tom Brady because they really are a nice matchup for the Patriots.
Well, this Patriots offensive line, I mean, you just go back to last year, as well as they played in that Super Bowl for the majority of the game. The last taste in the mouth of this New England offensive line is this play right here. Kind of sealed the game, finished the game. Yep. Brandon Graham with the sack fumble, Derek Barnett with the recovery, and that was a wrap. That was a championship on the line, Buck, and they did not get the job done. So I expect some pride with this group. I expect them to come out, try and establish the line of scrimmage. Brady does such a good job getting the ball out quickly. I think it's going to be hard for this Texans front to get to him just because of the rhythm that he uses, and I look for them to run the ball a little bit better than people expect.
Well, I think they're dangerous. I think they're dynamic on offense. Even though they don't have established receivers on the perimeter, I think their running backs are the guys that you have to watch. Keep an eye on James White and Rex Burkhead. In this game.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. From the right hash here, should be an easy
I never go against Brady.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Fuck that rock.
A live ball here, remember.
Go.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the symptomatic? It's just been a sign of how this...
Give a lot of credit to get the kick. They've had all game, and they continue to press it.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next. Personally, is leading his game so far. He was pretty good in the first half and good so in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not trying to on fire in terms of stat. It's almost like hands it to.
No.
There for trouble on the road and making sure you get team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive this drive. And they did a clear. The Patriot first stick up 16. And with that last 100 yards.
Today's route you taught the pass. He made 3 yards. Still sitting excellent. He's achieved that in this.
We are through 3 quarters. Kick off. We'll return with after this. Watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. 80, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. And 10. Now on carry. It's this up to the 48-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage. Work on that if you can continue down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, yardage, and put the onus on that. Do they have to use time? You're
They run with Hill. And he's behind the line. And they'll lose time.
That's what I want to focus on.
They're going to have to stack and move the ball.
Now they need that effort.
8 to 10.
The throw. Incomplete. First, Charles, the importance of winning the battle as a visiting team. They haven't forced a single game.
Losing, so two.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kicked to the one. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Jay Prosh. And he will play forward only up to the 2-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
That's the defense that they were looking able to get extra to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position tackle with him.
On second down, here's Miller. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Deron Harmon makes the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game.
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention in the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do
America knows. Yes, I'm gonna bring
the next time. The best runs for the top running back.
Here's how
those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Shane Leckler now, as he's on to punt for Houston.
Spent so much time on his body to try to avoid the agents.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
No, I'm not interrupted. I just want to stop and make sure that
and he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference, defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
First down.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
3 down. 20. 20.
On first down, Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run on first down. Hill. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Again, it's Hill. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he hits his man, Matthews. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball. Sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Let's go, let's go.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it's caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, 20. Everybody 20.
They'll run it with Hill. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
By 20. By 20. By 20.
On second down, here's Brady. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
New England on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a third and goal here.
By 20. 20.
To throw is Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. When it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Now a first down throw, Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Watson, and he comes back with one complete. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. pass. He'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Texans on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To the air yet again. Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job of formation. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Black 22! Black 22!
They'll run. It's Miller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On first down, it's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Black 99 Philly! Hey, Black 22!
And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Texans were penalized 124 times last year, 3rd most in the NFL, and now they come up 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Watson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Good gains there back-to-back for Houston in the passing game and another first down. From the red zone now, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd and 10, Watson drops it to Blue, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football.
It doesn't matter what I said. I asked the question. I said, Max, I understand you get older and all of that other stuff, but if he's on the field of play, he's playing, no injuries. You said no. He's just not going to look the same because age and attrition will kick in.
Wait a minute.
That's what you said.
No, I always included injury. You are the one insisting the injury doesn't count. I have always included injury. That's what pushed Peyton Manning off the cliff, of course, right? The injury. So the point is, it's not just that you get older and more brittle. It's that the more you are exposed to a violent game, the more likely you are to get hurt. But it doesn't end there, Stephen A. The cliff is also, and this part is not my original thinking. This has been, others have written this in the past. Studies have been done. Part of it is a quarterback for other reasons could have a mediocre season or a down year because there are variations of players' play from year to year. But when that happens when you're 40 or 41 years old, everyone, including the player, assumes it's because they're not the same. So now let's look at Tom Brady. Okay, he still has Gronkowski. We'll see if Gronkowski is the same this year. There's been speculation about that, given the number of injuries and his age. Look at the rest of the team. Turnover on the offensive line. Not only did they lose their left tackle, the kid they drafted line.
But you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it.
And of course,
but as you gain
talented
this
running
point
back
on the clock,
not there
had to
anymore.
throw.
They're facing a team, Stephen A.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of
Shootout
timeouts. We'll see if they want to use
Foxborough.
them.
That's who's coming to town. And who all is coming to town?
Deshaun Watson, who was like an MVP caliber player when last seen, and more importantly, against Tom Brady, J.J. So, an M caliber player, went on the field. Along with Jadeveon Clowney in that defense. Tom Brady this week, Molly, Steven will be reading all about it after the game. Tom Brady will look like just an NFL quarterback.
So special.
That means
an opening day, opening game.
Correct.
There's nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the part for us is that crescendo. An entire season to get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for New England, that'll be a happy locker room as they start
And
this
age,
season
just
1-0.
age attrition.
For a date
Tell
with
me
the
one
Jacksonville
quarterback that does not
Meanwhile,
apply.
for the Texans,
Right.
No,
Don't
interrupt.
and they'll try
Max
to rebound
just
next week on
explained
the road
something that is
in
applicable
Nashville.
anybody playing the position. The subject matter is about Tom Brady and his proclamation that Tom Brady will fall off the cliff, even though the timeline, you have acknowledged it, Ryan Clark has acknowledged it, was not. Little Stephen A. don't matter. Ryan Clark, Lewis Riddick, Will Kane, Molly Kerr. I mean, Lord, don't even get me started with social media. Everybody has watched this man move the timeline for Tom Brady and the clip. But I'm not going to even focus on the timeline. What I'm saying is what he dissected is applicable. I could say the same thing about Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's just getting started. He's just getting started.
All right, before we move on, that was the perfect segue for me. Wait, hold on. No. Hold on. Before we move on, time out. Listen to me. What are we doing Monday? Like, we need to have some kind of thing to commemorate this moment Monday.
The cliff incorporates a lot of factors and applies to every old quarterback.
Could be over on Monday, and I'm so looking forward to the show just because. Are we going to get a cake?
Molly,
What are we doing?
I think you are setting yourself up.
Why?
To be miserable. I promise you, no matter what happens Sunday, Max will come up with an explanation.
No, he's going to sit on a confession camp. He's going to look in the camera. Max, will you look in the camera and apologize to everybody and say you were wrong?
Of course I wouldn't apologize. Why would I apologize? But what I will say, but why is that funny?
Hey, Max, apologize.
I'm just curious, Molly, where do you get apologies from?
Apologize was the wrong word, Max. Apologize was the wrong word.
But I will say,
you were wrong.
I will look in the camera and say that Tom Brady has defied the cliff, and because of that, because I was the one saying he would fall off it, I am the only one able to appreciate the significance of the accomplishment. Should that happen, but it won't.
The spin master.